Hi guys, thank you so much for practicing with me today. My name is Carly. We're going to start with some pranayama, so let's just start in a seated position. You can have your legs crossed or whatever's comfortable for you. Let's have your hands facing up today. Just exhaling the breath out, taking a couple deep breaths on your own time. We're going to do box breathing just to start practice, settle into the mat. So we're going to inhale for 4, hold for 4, exhale for 4. Empty out all your breath. Inhaling for 4, 3, 2, 1. Holding at the top for 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale for 4, 3. Feel everything rise up through the belly. 2, 1. Hold for 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. This time hold at the bottom for 4, 3, 2, 1. 2 more times. Inhale for 4 through the nose. 3. Holding. Exhale through the nose for 3, 2, 1. Hold at the bottom for 4, 3, 2. Last time, deep inhale for 4. Feel everything rise up. 3, 2, 1. Hold for 4, 3. Exhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice, good. Deep inhale breath. Exhale through the mouth, let it go. Nice, you can gently flutter your eyes open. We're just gonna come forward right away today. And I just want you to find your tabletop position. Change your hands so your fingers are facing towards your knees, stretching out the wrists. And you can lean back and forth, whatever feels good to you. Careful not to hyperextend too much or overstretch the wrists here. Nice and gentle. Now flip the palms the opposite way so the fronts of your hands are on the mat. And really feel that stretch through the wrists. Might be more intense depending on where you get a little bit tighter. Good, nice. And just walk your hands back into a tabletop position. From here, just tuck your toes and right away, engage the core, float the knees for 1. Look between the hands. 2, 3, squeeze. 4. 1 more breath. 5, good. Just drop the knees down, child's pose. Reach the arms long. See if you can bend the elbows right away today. Put a little bit of resistance into the elbows, hands in prayer. Start reaching the hands to the back. Feel the lats stretch out. Connecting to your ujjayi. Ocean breath. Good, and from here, just find your hands reaching forward. Find your toes tucking behind you. Reach up into your down dog right away. Plant the heels into the mat, hands press into the floor. Make sure you have strong hands. Tailbone long, heels press into the mat. And as you come forward, inhale to plank. Spine long. Good, and just drop those knees right away. You're gonna inhale, arch the spine. Exhale, squeeze, contract. Inhale, arch the spine. Exhale, squeeze, contract. Press into the palms. Inhale, arch the spine. Exhale, squeeze, contract for 3, 1. Neutralize the spine, tuck the toes, float the knees, down dog position. Inhale to plank, exhale, lower all the way down to the belly. Hands tend to the front corners of your mat. Inhale, deep breath, cobra. Exhale, release. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, release. Good. Inhale for cobra 3. Roll those shoulders through the back, making sure they're not becoming earrings. For 2. For 1. Good. Exhale all the way down. Plant the hands right underneath the shoulders. Inhale, up dog right away. Exhale, down dog. Reach back. Really, really press through those hands. Let's just hold down dog for 5 if you want to pedal out the feet. If you want to shift your weight a little bit from side to side, just warming up the body. Good. Looking forward between the hands. Come to plank one more time. Okay. This time, float your right toes. Maybe you float the left hand. Getting into the core right away. 2. Keep your spine long. 3. 4. 5. Good. If you can, you keep the right toes floating. Start to drop the belly to the mat. All the way down. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Right away, again, float those toes as you come forward to plank. Now see if we can either drop the knees or keep the legs floating. We're going to hold in this floating chaturanga for 5. Make sure that your shoulders never droop, okay? So you're still supporting with your hands. 4, 3, good morning. 2, 1. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Nice, good. Looking forward, inhale to plank. Maybe you float the left toes. Maybe you float the right hand forward for 1. And really engaging, squeezing everything into the center. Try not to twist from side to side for 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, from here, you're coming all the way down to the belly. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Come forward, inhale. Last time, just warming up the core to start today. As you float these toes, keep the right palm down. Maybe you can keep the toes floating. Maybe you drop the knees for 5. Again, shoulders never going forward, so they're always in line. 4. Squeeze the elbows in. 3, 2, 1. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Nice, good. Right away, reach the right toes high, 3-legged dog. Bend the knee, look underneath that right armpit for 1, 2, 3. Push out of the palms. 4, 5. Right away, step your right foot forward, right in between your hands, and just crawl to the side of the mat, Skandasana. Bend the left leg. Try to get the hips low. Good, and stretch the legs, hands in the center. Right away, just take your left hand to your right ankle. Reach your right arm high. Twist. And if you can, try to shift your weight a little bit more forward into the balls of the feet. It's very common to lean back in this position. So really, really try to ground, centering out those legs. Good, nice. And whenever you're ready, plant your hands back in the center. Start walking towards the back of the mat. Let your feet just pivot. Come to the outsides of your feet. Reach the left arm high. If it feels good, you can drop it behind you and lower the hips, whatever your hips need. For 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. Coming back to the front of the mat. Frame the foot. Drop that back leg. Just taking a low lunge position. Reach the arms high. You can stretch the foot behind you. And just as you open up, don't go into the full expression and force anything. You're just warming up the body. 2, 3. If you can, reach a little bit over to the right side. 4. Stretching that left hip flexor. 5. Nice. Good. Whenever you're ready, release the palms. Bring that right leg back to downward facing dog. Taking one flow through. Inhale to plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Right away, other side, just to warm up. Left toes reach up to the sky, 3-legged dog. Bend the left knee, look underneath the left armpit for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good, and whenever you're ready, you bring that left leg through this time, crawl to the side of the mat, Skandasana, bend the right leg for 1. Good, sinking the hips low. Good, place the hands in the center of the mat. Make sure that your toes face forward, hands right underneath the shoulders. Good, this time your right hand comes to the left ankle, left arm reaches high for 1, 2, 3, reach the left arm high to the sky, 4, energy through the hands, 5. Place your hands back down, square it off, start crawling towards the back of the mat, coming to the outsides of the feet. You either drop the hips or you keep them high for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. Plant those feet back onto the mat, nice and grounded. Come forward, frame the left foot this time, low lunge. Inhale, reach the arms up. As you interlace the hands, or not, you can even reach them here, okay? I want you to reach over to that side, and you should feel that deep side stretch. If you need a little bit of extra support, you put the left hand down. 1, 2, keep the knee in line. 3, 4, 5. Good. Inhale back to center. Plant the palms down. Find your downward facing dog. Inhale, roll through the spine. This time, find your plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Okay, good. From here, look between the hands and just start walking your feet between your hands at the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale all the way to standing, palms touch. Exhale, hands at your heart center. Just taking a few centering breaths here, placing the feet into the mat. Maybe setting your intention for practice today. And taking what you need, always option to modify, always option to add your own little variation. And taking whatever you need for your practice today. Exhale, open the palms. Inhale, reach up high. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, you can step, jump, or float back. Find your chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Good. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Look between the hands. Start bending the knees. Step, jump, float. Meet with the feet between the hands, top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, palms touch. Let's do one more, Surya A. Exhale, open the palms. Inhale, reach high. Exhale, fold. Ujjayi breath. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the palms, step, jump, float back. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Here for 5 breaths. Good, look between the hands, and whenever you're ready, start bending those knees, making your way to the top of the mat. Exhaling, bringing the feet between the hands. Good, halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reach the palms high. Palms touch, open up the hands. Mountain pose, good. Bend the knees, Utkatasana right away. Hold here in Utkatasana. Can you get a little lower? Good. Exhale, plant the palms, fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, step, jump, float back. Chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Right away, right foot steps forward. Pivot the back foot, warrior 1. Inhale. Exhale, find your flow. You can keep those toes floating if that feels good. Left foot forward. Inhale, warrior 1. Exhale, plant the palms, find your flow. Good, holding here for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nice, good. Look between the palms. Make your way to the top of the mat. Feet together between the hands. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, Utkatasana, chair pose. Stay here for 1, 2, 3. Good. Hands to your heart center. Stand nice and tall. We're going to do another little variation of Surya B here. Inhale, Utkatasana. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. As you go back this time, see if you can bring your knees to the backs of the elbows. Maybe you can float the feet. Bakasana, 1. Gaze ahead, hips high, 2, 3. Maybe you press up to handstand, 4. Shoot back, 5. Inhale, up dog. Of course, you can just step back to chaturanga as well. Exhale, down dog. Right foot steps forward. Inhale, warrior 1. Exhale, warrior 2. Inhale, reach forward. Exhale, reach back, peaceful warrior for 1, 2, 3, 4. Deep bend in the front leg. Press more weight into the back foot. 5. Exhale, cartwheel the hands down. Frame the foot. Find your flow. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Left foot steps forward. Inhale, warrior 1. Pivot those back toes. Good. Exhale, warrior 2. Inhale, reach forward. Keep the deep bend in the front leg. Exhale, peaceful warrior 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Cartwheel the hands down. Frame the left foot. Vinyasa. Good. Finding your downward facing dog. This time we're going to change it up just a little bit. Instead of jumping to the mat, I want you to walk your feet towards your hands. And once you get pretty close to your feet, and you feel like you can't really get any closer before you put your feet between your hands, see if you can take a little mini float and then just put your feet back down. Okay, one more time. So you press into the hands, you take a little mini float this time. See if you can actually bring them between your hands. Nice. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees, Utkatasana, palms touch. Exhale, stand. Utkatasana, 1 breath, inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Make your way back, find your flow. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Okay, from here, right leg high, 3-legged dog. If you can, tent those right fingertips. Maybe you reach around, bind the ankle for 1. Pressing more weight into the left palm and left foot. 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. Just plant the right hand down. Come into wild thing. 1. Heart high. 2, 3, 4, 5. Plant the palm down, reach the right leg high. You can either step forward or take a jump up, bringing the right foot through, finding warrior 1, right leg forward. Inhale, up. Exhale, warrior 2. Inhale, reach forward. Exhale, peaceful warrior. Come back into your warrior 2. Inhale, forward. Find your triangle pose to the front. 1. Reach the left arm high. 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. Look forward at the toes. If you have the bind, you can either reach your hand to the mat or you can keep the bind around the big toe, lifting the back leg high, half moon. 1, 2, 3, supporting leg strong. 4, 1 more breath. 5, good. And wherever you are, just slowly start squaring off the hips so they're facing forward. Eventually your left hand is going to come to the outside of your right foot. Look at your right palm. Revolve triangle. 1, 2, 3. Squeeze and engage the core so you're pressing through the feet. 4. Right hip back, left hip forward. 5. Good. Look forward at your hands. See if you can just shift the weight forward. Square off those hands one more time. Reach the leg high, standing split. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, wherever you are, you look forward. You can either step back or you can start to press up into this handstand. Maybe you kick up, finding your way back through your vinyasa. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Other side, right away. Left toes reach high, 3-legged dog. Bend the left knee. Press more weight into that right palm, right foot. Reach around maybe for the bind. For 1. You want to really press out of the shoulder here. 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. From here, we're finding our wild thing, stepping that left leg behind, opening the heart high to the sky for 1. Press the hips up for 2, 3, 4, 5. Come back around to the front, plant the left palm down. You can either step forward, warrior 1, or you kick up, maybe switch the legs in the air. Left foot forward, inhale, deep breath. Exhale, warrior 2. Inhale, reach forward, peaceful warrior. Good, and just center out these feet. Shift the weight forward a little bit. Trikonasana to the front, triangle pose. 1. If you're having the bind, thumb is on top of the toe for 2. If you can, looking at that right palm. 3, 4, 5. Look towards your toes. Start shifting the weight forward. If you want to release the hand, go ahead. You're here for 1. Pressing away from the shoulder. 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. If you're in the bind, you release the hands. Everything squares off to the front. Micro bend through the front leg. Revolve triangle. Right hand to the outside of the left foot. Left arm high for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Look forward at your foot. Square off the hands. Place them forward and just shift the weight. Make sure you micro bend through that front leg on the transition. Standing split for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. From here, you either step the foot back, find your flow, or you kick or press up, handstand transition back. Nice. Meeting in downward facing dog in the next breath or so. Taking your time, no rush. And from here, look forward between the hands. 5 breaths in down dog or 5 breaths to start jumping up. Okay, you can jump up a couple times. You can jump through straddle, whatever feels good for you. For 1. And wherever you are, we're going to meet at the top of the mat with the feet outside the wrists. For 2. Malasana yogi squat. So if you want to just step there, you can just step right, left. Or you can lower all the way down from straddle. Feet outside the wrist. Drop the hips low. Hands at the heart center. Malasana. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Whenever you're ready, you plant the hands onto the mat. Stretch the legs, toes face forward. Right away, interlace your peace fingers around your big toes. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Spine long. Good. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the palms underneath the hands, big toes to the backs of the wrists. Elongate the spine. Inhale, exhale, fold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, halfway lift. Release the hands from underneath the feet. Hands come to your waist. Inhale, stand tall. Good. Just bring the feet together. You can jump or step. Right leg to the back, side angle to the back of the mat. Hand comes to the outside of the right foot for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. And right away, just start squaring your hips to the back. Maybe you reach for the grip around the big toe, lifting the leg, side plank. You can also just come to normal side plank. You can even drop the knee down for 1, 2, 3. If you can, look at the foot. 4, 5. Whenever you're ready, you start slowly bringing that right foot back down, crawling to the front of the mat. Finding your lizard position. So you can drop the back knee first, drop the elbows. If you want to stay here, you can stay here. If you can, start coming underneath the left leg with the left shoulder, okay? And I want you to keep the hips square. So the back toe is tucked. Maybe you reach around for the bind for 1, 2, 3, 4, engage in that inner thigh of the left leg. 5, okay. From here, we're gonna take flying lizard variation. So squeeze the left leg around the left tricep. Maybe you float the toes. 1, 2, 3, nice. 4, 5. If you can, bring this right leg to meet the left ankle. Squeeze forward, Asta Krivasana, good. And you make your way back. Chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. All right, from here, hold for 5 breaths. Option to look forward. Option to take these 5 breaths to jump up through straddle or straight legs, handstand. 1, 2. And you can play around with it if you're working on something in your handstand. 3. You do whatever you need. 4, 5. Feet come between the hands this time. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. From here, just interlace the hands behind you. Take 1 more forward fold. Stretch out those shoulders. And really try to get that connection of the belly on the thighs, compression. Good. Releasing the hands to the mat. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Hands to the waist, stand up. Right away, other side. Left foot to the side. Side angle to the back of the mat. Deep bend in the left leg. Reach the right palm over for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. Squaring it off. Right hand plants left hand, grabs big toe, side plank. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. Wherever you are, you bring that left foot back down to the mat, crawl forward. Find your variation of lizard here. So you don't need to do all the things. You can do whatever you want here. You can stay in this nice stretch here the whole time. Maybe you're tucking the back toes. Maybe you float the hands. Maybe you take the bind. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And wherever you are, you press your hands into the mat. You lift the heels, squeeze the right leg around the right tricep. Find your flying lizard, look forward. And then your left foot meets the right. Maybe you sit down, maybe you find Asta Vrksasana. If you just sit down and come back to your flow, all good. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Amazing, good. From here, let's just drop down to our elbows just for a moment, stretching it out here. You can either stay in dolphin pose, or if you want to, you can start going into pincha, okay? So if you're going into your forearm balance, reaching the toes high, keep the back straight here for now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. Bring the legs down, drop the knees, reach the arms forward just for a moment, and coming back through to find your downward facing dog. Look between the hands. Start floating to the top of the mat right away. Step, jump, float, anything you need, and you don't have to do the same thing all the time. You do what you need through the practice. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Okay, stay exactly where you are. See if you can press the weight into the left foot. Peace fingers around the big toe of the right foot. Reach the right leg in front of you. Inhale, stand tall. Exhale, fold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, long spine. As you go to the side, you can either extend the leg to the side, rooting the left foot into the mat, or if you want to take the bind, you can grab around the top of the right foot and heel. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. Wherever you are, you find your way back into the center. Okay. As you find your way back into the center, see if you can fold one more time. And we're just going to float the leg for 5, hands to the waist. 4, 3, good job, 2, 1. Bend the knee into the chest. You either find figure 4, or if you have half lotus, go ahead, you can take your half lotus. Plant the left palm down. Maybe you take the bind, holding here for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If you're in figure 4, okay, you can stay there. And then I just want you to take a little bit of a hop back if you can, okay? Or you can release the leg and step back, of course. Okay, from here, plant your palms into the mat, and I want you to just really, really push your weight into the left palm and open up to the side. Of course, you can take a regular side plank here. You do not have to stay in lotus. We're just going for an extra little bind here, reaching the right arm behind, bound, half lotus side plank. 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. Gaze down at the hand, right palm back. Find that down dog again wherever you are. Maybe both feet are in the mat. You can either stay in lotus one more time. Walk the hands back, okay? Otherwise, you drop both feet down. You go into normal crow bakasana. If you're taking the variation with me, your right knee comes to the back of the right tricep. Maybe both float on both arms, okay? If you can lift the left knee off the left tricep, go for it. Maybe you take tripod. Maybe you just go back through your flow. Up to you. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. All right, great. Good. From here, look forward between your palms. Come all the way through to a seated position, so step, jump, or float. Let's just take the soles of our feet together. Good. Interlace your hands underneath your feet. Exhale, forward fold. Good. Just really, really allowing your breath to come back to center. Nice. And from here, see if you can wrap your fingers around the big toes. Stretch the legs out to straddle position. Engage the core for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. Wherever you are, you can either crawl back, step back, or you can find your jump back, jump through. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Right away, other side. Look forward between the hands, bend the knees. Make your way to the top of the mat. Feet between the hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Okay, this time we're going on the left side. So interlace your peace fingers around your left big toe, right hand to the right hip. Reach the left leg high. Inhale, spine long. Exhale, fold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, long spine. Exhale, you bring it to the side. Maybe you reach the right arm out. Maybe you reach around and you grab the top of the foot and the left heel. 1. Root the standing leg into the mat. 2, 3, 4, 5. Wherever you are, you come back into the center. Find the big toes one more time. Inhale, fold. Exhale, stand tall, hands to waist. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. You're either bringing your leg into half lotus with the left foot or figure 4, forward fold for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. From here, you can plant the hands, shift your weight back a little bit if you need to. If you want to just go into normal side plank, you take normal side plank. Otherwise, you press your right hand into the mat, open to the side. Maybe you reach around with the left hand for the left foot. Maybe you can start pushing the hip forward. That's what's going to allow you to stay sturdy in the balance. 3, pushing the right foot into the mat. 4, so glutes press forward and they're engaged. 5, good. Come all the way back. Walk your hands a little bit closer. You either find normal variation of crow, or if you want, okay, you find this variation with the lotus. So the left knee comes to the left tricep. If you need the right knee on the right tricep too to square the hips, all good. If you can float it, amazing. Good. Meet in your tripod headstand. Stretch the legs nice and strong. Exhale, float back. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Beautiful. Looking forward between your hands right away, jump through to seated. Good. One more fold here. This time, you can let your legs be a little bit farther away from your hips and just completely relax forward. Try to bring your forehead towards your heels. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. Okay. Walk your hands all the way back. We're going to take this Ashtavakrasana work a little bit here. So take your right leg over your right shoulder. Your left leg can just be bent in. So from here, you can grab the outside of the right foot, take compass pose for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nice, good. So you want to get that right leg really high right on top of the right shoulder. You cross the ankles. Maybe you can press up. Maybe you can stretch the legs. Maybe you find the full pose. And if you can, see if you can press back up. Come to Kundalini and find your flow. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Okay, from here, you can either jump into tripod or put your knees down, going into headstand. If you want to jump in from handstand, you can also do this. Come into crow first. Gaze ahead, and you put your head down, float the legs up. Pressing weight into the hands. Now, we're going to do Ashtavakrasana again, coming to the right side. Super hard from tripod. So, high up on the arm. Gaze ahead, cross the ankles, sit back. Okay, then you push into the hands. Push all the way up, so hard, so much work. Good job. Exhale, pike. Find your flow. Good. Let's just take a couple of breaths in downward facing dog. If you need to take child's pose, do that, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Look between the hands, bend the knees, come through to seated. So cross the ankles, find that compression, belly on the thighs, bring your legs through, or option to just step through, sit down, of course. This time, stretch your legs forward, interlace your fingers around your big toes. Exhale, reach your chin towards your toes. 1, 2. If you want to take the bind, if that feels better, you can do that. 3, 4, 5. Okay, good. From here, you bend the right knee in. Left leg comes around, we're finding that compass pose. So like a backpack, you bring this left leg over top of the left shoulder, grab the outside of the left foot. Left hand plants, reach that leg long. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. From here, you keep that left leg on top of the left shoulder. Maybe you're finding Ashtavakrasana. You cross the ankles, press through the hands, and go into your 8-angle pose. From here, if you can, you press into the palms, your right leg tucks into the center, back finds your Kundalini, float through. Inhale, up dog, exhale, down dog. Okay, from here, you're either jumping into tripod headstand or you just kneel and take the legs up. If you're going into this position, you want to really make sure that your gaze stays forward, okay? So this helps with all the arm balances. Press your hands strong into the mat. Make sure you're in that true tripod position. You bend the legs coming into the Ashtavakrasana pose, or not. You could just come to crow, of course, okay? Or child's pose. Good. You either come back up into tripod, or you just come sit down, float back. Meet in down dog. Exhale. Fantastic. Okay. From here, I want you to either step your feet to the outsides of your wrists, or in the next 5 breaths, you can jump through to straddle. Hips over shoulders. Okay. And you're meeting again in that Malasana Yogi squat. Hips low, heart high, hands in prayer position. Fantastic. All right. Okay, from here, I just want you to see how you feel if you place your hands down, stretch the legs, point the toes forward. See if you can press into the hands, and we're just going to toe tap to the back of the wrist. So I'm pressing into the hands, toe tapping my right toes to my right wrist, and then I'm shifting my weight forward, tapping my left toes to my left wrist. If you can go both, you press into the hands and you float for 1, 2, 3. Bend the knees when you land, exhale, forward fold. You can keep the legs apart here, stretch those arms behind you. Great job, everyone. Good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, from here, plant the hands, and if you can this time, see if you can just take that jump back through a pike position that we were just working on in that toe tap position. Find your way to down dog. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Okay, this time, right leg floats, 3-legged dog. Hold here. If you can, find that bind one more time, and see how it might feel different. So when you press that hip forward, can you resist more into the mat? 2, 3, 4, 5. Plant the right palm down, right leg reaches high. Come forward. You're either finding fallen triangle, so the right foot on the mat or just off the mat, or you grab the outside of the right foot extended. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. From here, you reach that right leg high. You either step through or jump through, switching the legs in the air. Right foot comes between the hands. Good. Finding side angle to the front this time. Maybe you find the bind around the right leg. 1, 2, pressing more weight into the back foot. 3, 4, 5. Good. Look at your toes. Start shifting your weight forward, finding that half moon, bound half moon. 1, 2, 3, 4. One more breath. 5. Wherever you are, start bringing the left foot beside the right foot. We're going to bird of paradise here, so stretch through that left leg as you stand up. So micro bend as you stand, and then try to get the leg straight once you're standing. If you can reach around, stretch the right leg high. If you want to take that bind again, you're welcome to grab the outside of the right foot for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. Wherever you are, you start releasing that right leg all the way back down to the mat. Let your head just release to the left side so your spine stays in line. Left palm plants, right arm reaches high. Circle out that wrist just a couple times. Nice, good. And as you're here, see if you can plant your palms down. So this time, you can either sit down or you put your hands between your legs, and we're gonna find Asana Vakrasana to the left first. Okay, so we're leaning over to the left. Maybe you find Kundalini, maybe you sit down and just go back, okay? Good. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. From here, we're gonna go through to seated. Look forward, ankles cross. Come all the way through to your seat. Great job. Okay, from here, I want you to take your right foot into half lotus or figure 4 stretch. You can just come into Janu A also with the right foot on the inside of the inner thigh of the left leg. If you're taking half lotus, right leg over, find the bind. You forward fold. 1, or Janu A. 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. Inhale, half lift. As you come forward, you can either just bring your legs together, take 1 more forward fold, go back, meet me in down dog. If you want to take this variation, okay, or you can come forward and find crow, find down dog, meet us there. If you're taking the variation, if you have full lotus, okay, you bring the left leg on top, finding your full lotus. Now we're gonna go to the right first because we just also to the left. Let's stay balanced. So I want to get my shin super high up on my left armpit, okay, or towards my armpit. Then I'm gonna press my hands, both my fingers face forward. I'm gonna try to come to full lotus position through the legs. So my knee comes to the back of my right arm, and then I come all the way into my tripod if I can, lift the legs. Maybe you float back, maybe you release the legs, maybe you come back to full lotus, maybe you lift the head. Shooting back, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Fantastic. Look forward between the hands, step, jump, float. If you want to go through shadow, all good, you totally can. You bring the legs between the hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale to stand, palms touch. Exhale, release. Right foot steps to the side of the mat. Inhale, reach tall with the heart. Exhale, forward fold. Reach your hands all the way through. Top of the head comes to the mat for 1, 2, 3, 4. Make sure you're still engaging the core here. 5. Okay. From here, just place your hands forward. We're gonna come into our straddle position onto the ground. So if you wanna come to your elbows, and this is enough for you, of course, this is all good. Even if you're a lot higher than this, totally fine. If you can, keep your feet flat on the mat, and then start reaching your palms up to the sky. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. Staying here, just let the feet relax back if you can. Bend the right knee all the way in, just so you're in a nice seated position. You can grab the right ankle with the left hand, reach your right arm around, grabbing the left foot. Maybe you open the heart. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. From here, just re-extend that right leg back out. Switch to the other side. Right hand to left ankle, reach the left arm over for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. Wherever you are, just find your way back to the center. Reach your arms forward this time. Let your belly, let your arms, let your legs just relax. So not forcing anything here for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Walk yourself back up to seated. Let's just bring our feet to the front. Okay, you can either cross the legs, step back. If you want to take the jump back, cross the shins, lift up, jump back. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Fantastic. Left leg reaches high. Bend the left knee, push into the right palm. See if you can reach around for that bind one more time for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. Left hand plant, square everything off, fall in triangle or find the extension. 1. Push into the right foot. Hips push forward. 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. Find your way back to three-legged dog. Plant the hands into the mat. You can either step your left foot through or you can switch your legs in the air through handstand. Good. Finding your side angle or bound side angle to the front, reaching over the left leg this time. Look up and over that right shoulder. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Look down at the left toes. Maybe you can bring that right foot a little bit closer, finding bound half moon. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, bringing that right foot back down onto the mat, meeting beside the left foot. See if you can plant the weight into the right foot. Really root down, start bending the leg as you stand up, and then it eventually becomes straight. If you're taking the extension with the leg, go ahead. If you're taking the bound extension, you grab the outside of the left foot and you reach the leg high. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Gently release the leg. If you're in the bind, let that left foot come between, or beside, the right. Left palm plants, look up and over. Just releasing the spine, right hand plants. Reach the left arm high. Maybe you circle that arm, circle that wrist a couple times. Doing a lot of work on our arms here. Okay, so now this time you can shift a little bit. Right hand comes in the center, left to the outside. Ashtavakrasana over the right arm this time. So your ankles cross. You squeeze. Maybe you find Kundanyasana to jump back. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Okay, you look forward. You're going to come all the way through to seated. You're either finding Janu A with the left foot on the right inner thigh or half lotus with the left. Inhale, up. Exhale, fold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so you can either release the legs. You can take crow if you want to work on crow. If you want to work on your jump back. If you want to just knee in down dog or child's pose. If you're cooked, it's all good. We've done a lot of work today. All right, cross the right leg over if you're taking the variation. This time we're going to the left side of the mat. So right leg on top. I'm just shifting. So this time, my right shin and right armpit are trying to meet, okay? Then I press into the mat. Inhale up. Connect the knees. Maybe you go to tripod. If you want to fold the lotus and go back to lotus, you can. If you want to just come down, you do what you need. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Amazing, good. Couple breaths here in downward facing dog for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just look between the hands, step your right foot between the hands and shift your weight to the side. Okay, we're gonna do just a couple more things and we're gonna back bend, finish it off, I promise. I could stay here forever today and every day. Okay, so you're here on the mat. If you want to just take this forward fold, if you want to wrap your hands around your toes, maybe you interlace the hands, stretch the shoulders. If you want to work on your press, we've been working a lot with straddle and hips today, okay? So, and a lot with pushing, especially from Ashtavakrasana and all those arm balances. So when you're here, if you want to do headstand, tripod, forearm balance, or handstand press, I'm going to give you 5 counts to whatever press you want to work on. Just make sure that you're shifting the weight forward and then lifting, because the key to pressing is getting the hips over the wrists. Okay, shoulders over the wrists, everything in line. 1. And if you want to maybe lower and lift a little bit, tilt from side to side, play around with your leg position. 2, 3. Maybe you're just folding. 4, 5. Wherever you are, you start bringing the toes to the outside of the wrist if you can. Good, nice. All right, from here, I want to see if you can just walk forward, frame that right foot, find your way back to downward facing dog. We're going to take one more pincha, just for fun. And this time, you can kick up or press up. So if you want to work on your press, go for it. You're here for 1. Or you're in child's pose or dolphin, stretching out those shoulders. If you feel okay to bring the belly and the thighs to connect, maybe you drop the head through. 2, 3, 4, 5. Wherever you are, you bring your knees down to the mat. Rest your forehead onto the mat. Hands come behind you, child's pose. Good, and wherever you are, you just come forward with the hands, shift forward, and come all the way down to your belly. We're just going to take a nice gentle cobra. You can tent the hands if that feels good. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, release. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, release. Okay, good. From here, you can bend the knees behind you. If you want to stay here, you stay here. If you're taking bow and you feel open, you inhale up for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale all the way down. Good. Let's just bring your hands underneath your forehead. If you want to shift your hips from right to left, whatever feels good. If you want to windshield wiper your legs. All right, good. And from here, just place your hands underneath your shoulders. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Okay. From here, look between the hands. You can step, jump, or float. Knees are just coming behind the wrists. So you can just bring your knee in one at a time. Just kneel in, okay? We're going to take camel pose, Ustrasana. You can reach for the backs of your ankles. We're going to do 2 rounds. So maybe you're reaching for the backs of the ankles. Maybe you're reaching for the insides of the backs of the knees. Wherever you are, you're here for 5 breaths. For 1, 2. If you want to take a variation, do you. 3, 4, 5. Place your hands on your sacrum and come all the way back up. Come to seated, open the palms, close the eyes, relax. Okay, one more variation. If capo is in your practice, of course, you can do so. I'll do the variation just so you can see. If not, we do one more like that. Or you can stay here for 5 more breaths, keeping the eyes closed, just coming back to the center. Sitting back up. If you're going into capo, okay, you're going back with the hands, you're reaching. You reach for the feet, push the hips forward on the inhale. Exhale, bring the forehead and elbows to the ground. Okay, forearms are on the ground. My voice sounds so funny like this. 2, 3, 4, 5. Wherever you're, you gently push up. Hands to the sacrum, support the low back. Now from here, let's just sit. Sit. Okay, if this is comfortable for you, okay, then all good. If you don't like to sit like this, then it's okay. Okay, you can put some blocks underneath you. You can just place your feet forward. Let's try to take hero's pose. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. Place your hands right beside your feet You can just start gently walking up, very, very gently. Good, and from here, just taking one more child's pose just to stretch out that back, okay? So release any tension that you might have in your lower back. If there is tension in back bending, of course, you're gonna feel that you're stretching, okay? But there shouldn't be so much tension. It should never hurt, ever, ever, ever. So you wanna know the difference and be able to trust your body enough to know the difference between pushing yourself and then passing the limit, okay? So you don't want to pass the limit. Good. From here, you find your downward facing dog. We're going to come through to back bend now. So find your downward facing dog, look between your hands. You can just step through or you can float through. We're going to take one forward fold before we back bend. If you need to shift back, all good. And just take a relaxed forward fold. So passive, release everything forward. You don't need to stretch anything. Just releasing the belly onto the thighs, letting everything sort of decompress here. Good, and bringing your hands right beside your hips. Plant the feet onto the mat, reach your arms forward. Start lowering all the way down onto the mat. Feet come right close to the heels. It's a little bit harder. It's a little bit, it's harder to push up, but you don't have to go in as deep of a back bend if your feet are farther away. So you bring your feet towards your heels a little bit so you can press into the floor. If you want to just take bridge, go for it. If you're taking wheel, you press up for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Top of the head comes down. Maybe you walk your hands a little closer. 1, 2, push the hips forward. 3, 4, one more. Top of the head comes down. Maybe you walk a little closer, and maybe you don't. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wherever you are, you walk your hands out to a comfortable position. Exhale, tuck the chin, spine slowly and gently comes onto the mat, knees into the chest. Nice, good. And from wherever you are, just stretch your legs up, and right away we're gonna go into shoulder stand. So you can stay there with legs up the wall pose, or you can come all the way up, stretching the toes high, everything in line for 1, 2, 3, 4, chin away from the chest, 5, 6, 7, 8. Good. If you take plow pose, if that's in your practice, let the toes float behind you, interlace the hands onto the mat for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. Knees wrap around the ears. Maybe you want to hug the backs of your legs for 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay. As you come forward, I think we've done enough Lotus for today. So as you come forward, let's just release all the way down. Don't go to Lotus right now. I just want you to stretch your legs long. We're going to take fish pose. Stretch the legs long. Your hands can come underneath the glutes. Maybe the top of the head comes onto the mat. If you feel okay and you want to release the hands, palms touch for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. Float the legs down. Release everything down onto the mat. Good. Take a moment if you need to just release your hips, if you want to hug your legs in one more time. We're going to take one more jump back, jump through, or you can just come through to seated. You can do whatever you need. Okay, last one. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Look forward between the hands. Right away, you're going to come through to seated position. And you're going to come either crossing your legs, or lotus. I said no more lotus, but we're doing one more, only if it's in your practice. Otherwise, you just sit with your legs crossed. Okay, if you're sitting with your legs crossed, you just cross the arms behind you, grab opposite elbows, normal cross-legged position. If you're in Yogi Mudra, maybe you want to take the bind, right hand to right toe, left hand to left toe. Inhale up, exhale forward fold for 1. Try to bring your forehead to the mat wherever you are. And if you want to just sit in a normal cross-legged position and reach your head to the mat, 2. That's totally all good too. 3, 4, 5. Okay, releasing to sit up. Stay in whatever position that you're in, okay? So you can either just stay in that nice seated position, ground your hands on your knees. Otherwise, if you're taking the lift, you bring your knees in towards your chest and you press for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're here to 8, 6, 7, 8. Lower the hips down. Good. And then you can release your legs wherever they are. Good. Maybe you want to take one more forward fold just before you start walking back with your hands. Finding your final Shavasana resting pose, palms face up.